Hello YouTube, in today's video I will be reviewing one of Neace's coaching sessions for a Graves player. There's been a lot of drama going on regarding Neace and I want to get a little bit better insight onto how he is coaching. So I'll make two videos. This one I will just review how he's coaching, and then the second video is more gonna be about his persona and his attitude and why people are flaming him and all the drama that's been going on. So let's just jump into this video. He's coaching a Graves player who is from E West. He is currently plat, but I think at the time of this video being recorded, he's around gold. So yeah, this one play won the game in 30 seconds.
So he wants to go towards bot lane. I agree. We should probably invade with the Blitzcrank since he's confident. Yeah. Oh, lame. Whatever. We still walk. Still walk. Walk with him. Your CC's there, so just walk with them. Yeah. Cool. Alright, are we getting this pixel brush and press B? So
I'll go into all the details. So first off, when playing Graves, I don't know if Neace has mentioned this, but there is the option where you don't go for a refillable potion, so you save that 150 gold so that you can get your first item a little bit faster and have a bigger first recall compared to your opponent. Second thing being, if you go for an invade like this, someone needs to have sweeper. Most of the time it's going to be jungle, and if not jungle then it's going to be support. And I think it's important that going for a sweeper being mentioned here, because with sweeper you can basically check if you're on vision, and you will also be able to see the vision, take it away, and then whoever last hits the ward actually gets experience. And for solo laners that's really huge, because then they'll hit level 2 of just first wave rather than first wave plus 1 minion. Neither of it has been mentioned here, but there was a small cut off section, like receive 15-second jump cuts and whatnot, but yeah.
Yes, I'm just going red, blue, Gromp here. Like his blue.
Nothing.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go red, blue, Gromp. He's pretty weak early. Same thing. Let's just work on invading with you today.
Sure. Yeah. Sounds like fun.
Don't smite it though.
Nah.
You did the same mistake, I think. Well, maybe not.
Second thing being live game reviews. Now there will be mixed opinions on this. Personally, if you only have a single session or a 1-hour session and you go for a live game, it's not really all that useful, because you're basically just being told what to do in order to win one game, and you're basically just following orders rather than understanding the different systems and the different thinking methods and analyzing the game properly, understanding why you're doing as you're doing in order to win the game. So therefore a live game review on its own is almost always just not completely useless, but close to being useless. Much better to combine it together with a VOD game. So either have a VOD game already done in the past, see how the student is playing, give him some tips on what he should change, and then if the student is not sure, then get him to do a live game so you can teach him in active play, and then review it once again through VOD game review. Other coaches just doesn't like live game review whatsoever. I've done both, but VOD game review is just more detailed and better overall to understand the game. Live game is something that you do after, in my opinion. In case you are...
The logic is he will come down to blue, because I know Kane's clear.
Gonna hide heat for a bit.
Yep. And you're gonna, what you're gonna do is you're gonna do something extra cheesy. You're going to, well, I'm trying to think of the timing. How does the timing work on this? No, just do blue and then walk at him at wolves is what I would do. Yep.
Now when Neace says like, oh, we're gonna be working on invading today, it's not really something that you just teach and say today we're gonna learn this, because it is based off different factors within the game. You can't just say, okay, today we're gonna learn how to invade jungle camps, because it comes down to matchups, comes down to prio, comes down to tempo, pulse spikes, etc, etc. But generally speaking, this situation is not bad to invade, because Graves is stronger than Kane. And he did have vision on the blue buff, so he knew that Kane wasn't starting. So in this game, it's actually okay to invade. But yeah.
Oh, I could reach.
I meant the camps, but yeah.
I thought him.
Okay. You should just smite the wolf camp. He needs to flash out
Select, I
here.
think.
Ooh,
Nice try.
Oh, he died too. That's still.
One more tip is just as a rule, try to get into the
Okay, so this is good. So they are going for from live game into bot game, which is good. Obviously it's just being edited this way for YouTube. So let's see what he has to say about this play.
pit right here.
Yes, you can't see me.
Yeah. Because if you were just like in this corner, just shooting the wolves down, he would have peeked into you.
Yeah, this is a good tip.
Now, here you're autoing, and it's great. You're autoing. There, you stop. So right now you're about to stop autoing.
Yeah.
So here you should be autoing the wolves.
Yeah.
Auto them and just turn and take the wolf. Just take it.
Yeah, I was tunneled very hard.
Yeah,
there,
look at that.
really hard. I was like, so close, you rage.
Exactly. Just play the wolf. It's all right. You're happy in this spot. You're very happy in this spot. Play it out. You should have won the game outright here.
So first thing, when Neace said keep autoing, he wasn't specific in terms of saying what he should auto, which can easily confuse the student. So I'm actually not blaming the student here for not autoing the wolves, because I would also think that he was saying keep autoing the cane. Now in terms of how he could play it better, I'll agree that pulling it down here so that when Kane sees him, so basically standing here and shooting this way so that the wolves are here, makes it so Kane is gonna have to walk all the way up here before he will see it, rather than standing here, and this can make a difference. Second thing is,
Yeah.
So here you should be autoing the wolves.
Yeah.
Auto them and just turn and take the wolf. Just take it.
Yeah, I was tunneled.
so here, I mean, Neace says he can take the jungle camp, which is also fine, but he could also take the blast cone to get over here, and then E in range, because he does have red buff, right? And then maybe set him up for a Q.
Look at
That way he can actually kill this game in this situation.
So close, you rage.
Exactly.
Or if he just used Q earlier, but
Alright.
yeah.
You're happy in this spot.
it depends what type of
Very
play
happy
you're
in
going
this
for.
spot.
If you're
Play it
going
out.
for
You should have won the game outright here.
the wolf camp, then obviously don't have to chase
Yeah,
the
that's more
cane.
standard. Still
But
good
if you go for the kill,
refill.
then
So
yeah,
you get a long sword, do it quick.
we'll have to use the
I don't wanna
blast
go
cone
into
to
that.
get in range and use
Every
Q
time, man.
first rather than auto.
You need to keep autoing things as you move.
Okay.
You're an ADC previously, right? Now start
Yeah,
at
yeah.
Grand Pier. Start at
Yeah.
Grand Pier. You could have farmed
Keep
wolves.
that.
You're getting too tunneled on the like invades or something. You're like the best way I can put it is you're a train, right? Like he
Yeah.
was out, so just hit the wolves.
He has to smite here because he has 2 smite stacks.
Hit the wolves and get the wolves, and then go away while attacking him if he goes near you. You don't have to tunnel on him and chase him around. You understand? You could just do both.
Yeah.
You could pressure him and just take
I mean, the play is over and we are playing
it's not
live
over,
game, so the play is done. It shouldn't be
Yeah.
mentioned
Yeah,
anymore
yeah,
until
producer
bot
E,
game.
like chat's pointing out, yes.
Because right now it's been more than 30 seconds and he still has 2 smite stacks
I
up.
would go to top. That's why you need to be looking, and that's you looked, you got the info, but you didn't actually figure anything out with it.
Yeah, he has to go top lane here to catch the
There,
wave.
now you get the XP.
Still has 2
Top
smite
back,
stacks though
top back,
for
top
over a minute now.
All right, let's go.
And Kane is now doing his raptors.
Is that
You
much?
need to use your smite, by the way. You keep holding it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but that should have been mentioned over a minute ago.
He has no flash. This
That
guy.
he should just smite the Grump.
Come on.
I'd push wave. She's too low. She needs to back. Push the wave.
Pushing wave is fine. Graves is really good at doing it.
Camera to top. What just happened up there? Walk up there. Walk up there. Walk up there. Walk up there. Grab the scuttle and grab 6 and walk up there. He wants to push out. The wave pushes out no matter what. Smite this as you move. Walk straight behind him. Walk behind him like you're trying to catch him. Try to get his ult or something. Yep. Oh, he's dumb. He's blind. Do you see how it's because I'm making you look that we're getting these kills?
Yeah, yeah.
Go to Gromp.
definitely.
Go to Gromp. It's gonna spawn.
Okay.
E. Yep. You keep trying to not look at things that are happening around the map, but you need to see all this info. Like it all. It's very important. I press B. There's no play.
Yeah.
Wow, this build is OP as fuck. This Umbral is so cheap.
Yeah, it's very cheap. It's great stats, and it only has like a 35 seconds cooldown for the awards. So
Mm.
when you stack your, if you go domination tree, the zombie award with it real fast. Damn, those bad pathing.
At least you caught it. I take chickens and I go straight at their blue next after chickens.
Okay.
I want to be aggro. Especially since you have Umbral and it's a Veigar bottom. Can't
This is a
really-
fine call to go for. Because bot lane will be back in bot lane and blue is spawning in 13 seconds.
Q, like you're trying to race over
Smite?
there. No. Save the smite so that once we're in that, because
I
once
saw
we're in this
keep- I saw
jungle, sweep.
smite.
Go straight towards wolves. Wolves first. Wolves first. Assist ping. Assist ping. Let them know you're going in there. Wolves first. Okay. It's fine. Get in the bush, dude. Get in the bush. There's a bush right next to you. Are you joking? You never give people information when you can hide it.
Wait for scuttle or gank? Probably gank.
No, we'll just gank this. He's right there. Your CC's right there. You should be autoing wards as you move.
Okay, he's gonna be facing the Kane here because he went from mid.
Coming. Can we fight him?
Yeah,
Yes,
you can.
fight.
Yes, you can. Beat him up. Okay. It's your choice if you want to flash. I don't think you need to. I'd go to Veigar, though. I don't know why we're targeting Leona. I'd start Dragon. Assist ping Dragon. Start it.
We cannot start Dragon here. What? Our mid laner
Hold him to us.
just
Keep moving.
died. And we
You're
don't have
AC4,
smite.
Are you not? Auto move, auto move, auto move. I shouldn't have to tell you to do that. Auto move, auto move. You have fleet, right? Let's go to golems.
I
We'll probably
mean,
get what?
starting Drake in that
Probably
situation was
tabbies.
not
Yeah, let's
good.
get tabbies.
Yeah, Tabby's probably.
And I would go wolves, blue, gromp, and then gank this guy since we have dragon. Should be Eing out of base. Because see how it's.
We should
see
go
how it's like 10 seconds
wolves,
now?
grump,
If you
and
do it
then
out of
blue.
base,
Rather than wolves,
throw
blue,
your smoke
grump.
screen over the wall. That'll pull these to you already. Okay, yeah, we're gonna actually just take blue and go right up there because of how low he is. Oh,
dead.
never mind. Go gromp blue, gromp blue, gromp blue, gromp blue, or stack them up or whatever we got to do. But the point is you want to go to Rift right now.
Yep, grump blue is better.
There you go.
And Kane is on bot side, so that's a free Rift Herald. Or free invade on top.
Smite with rift.
Should be using your W, your Q, everything though. Just get it done.
I'm gonna hit this.
Sweep. Oh, you don't
I
need a
have
sweep.
Umbral.
Yeah, you don't
I
need a
don't,
sweep.
Broken.
It's weird because I'm never used to like not putting wards down. Should put a pink in pixel though. Just for that info.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
going
fine.
into their golems next and then
He
go
could
to
just
their-
kite it towards the top side of the river where he has pry on his
Just
top
my
lane,
wolves.
but yeah, I mean,
Just to, yeah.
the information is not bad.
It's an awkward timing, but you're
Th-
fine.
this
Just,
might is bad.
Just wait, don't auto it anymore. You're just setting it up for him. Auto him. Just auto him. Auto him. Auto him. He's gonna steal it. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. He can't pick it up. All right, go top.
What did
Don't
he
worry about
say?
it.
Did
Go
he
top.
tell
We'll
him
put
to
a
smite?
Pink in pixel though. Just for that info. I'm going into their golems next and then gonna kill Rengar again. You need to ping on the way to golems. You need to smite once. Just to, yeah.
Why would he smite here?
Fine. You still have another smite. Just wait, don't auto it anymore. You're just setting it up for him. Auto him. Just auto him. Auto him. Auto him. He's gonna
This is really bad.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. He can't pick it up. Alright, go top. Don't worry about it. Go top. Go to the pixel brush. Or the dry brush. Okay, it was in river. Oh, you're behind him. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's why we're here. Just go. Are you? Yeah, there you go.
I don't think this game is gonna work, by the way. I mean, Rengar did jump on top of the Gravesend instead of just running, but yeah. I guess it works.
Yep, next wave. Just queue the whole thing. You can give it to Jax. I don't care. Just get in the bush now. He can have it. Just farm. Don't chase. Don't chase. Where's Veigar gonna go right now?
Base, probably.
Don't worry about that. We're gonna chase kills around like we're 5 years old. Veigar should go up river. What he shouldn't be doing is running downwards. Now let's go to their golems. After, well, you take Groms right there.
She did.
No, he has to defend mid.
To their golems next.
No, go defend mid. He has to go defend mid. Because he gets free experience and gold and he denies enemy team platings. And it wasn't even up. So now he just gave 2 platings and tower gold to enemy mid top laner shared. To gain 100 gold himself and a red buff. And position himself really bad for Drake.
Back. What about this Rengar who just ulted mid? What about this Rengar who just ulted mid who's gonna go to tower? What are we gonna do about it? Yes.
I mean, this trap is fine, but...
Now push. Take the tower. Now, Rengar could have came from mid, or he could have just came from base. Either way, you were going to kill him. Okay. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. Keep pushing. He's 2 dead. There's 2 dead there on Dragon. Assist ping. Okay.
I 100% forgot about Rengar. Like 100%.
Go ahead and queue. Now I'd leave and just reset. Actually, I'd take golems and chickens and everything from them because they're up.
I'll just half clear them here, to be honest. Half clear Crux, half clear Raptors, and then take Scuttle and then base. And then path from bot towards top into Rift.
I liked your ideas on hugging the wall. Now use that bush though that you're near. I don't like that you don't see. You should always like see. Well, either way though, you would still want to see. It's more important to see because you want to be able to. You could probably kill the guy that face checks you. That's the thing. So we're not that afraid.
Pretty beefy.
Yeah, let's go to blue next. And this is more in line with what.
At this point, you should just have based.
Like, you're farming. You know, if people are in your way, you take them out. Otherwise, you just keep moving. I would go to wolves first since they're up faster. I would just W them to pull them to us. See how you walked all the way up? Yep.
I don't like the idea of using W on camps. Maybe on Raptors it's acceptable. But just because the cooldown is so long on W, and the damage output on it being so low, I don't think it's that good.
Go mid, take the wave. Yeah. You should be E-ing as you move. Yep, and just power farm everything out. I would go to golems next. I don't know why you're pathing the way you're pathing. You should just be thinking closest resource. Because even if you go to tower, you could do that after you do golems.
He's staying with a lot of gold here. It's not good. Because he can't fight. He can only farm with this amount of gold in the bank.
It's taking forever. Yep. I go clear bottom.
And now he's on bot side of the map when Rift is
We need
about to
chase, just
spawn.
clear the way. We got 3k gold. All right, leave. See ya. We don't have to take everything. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just get us out of here.
We have good vision on top side though, so we'll see them if they start the Rift Herald, but in a more close game than
Alrighty.
he could get punished here.
Pickaxe, let's go. Oh, my bad. No, that's good. That's good. That's good. I misread the situation. I just assist ping Rift and start moving. Use your E. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Death Dance here. I mean, this is a little bit older for what is like quite. It's like 5 months old or something.
Right now.
But I don't think Death Dance even back then was the buy.
Yep, that's why we look. That's why you look. That's exactly it. Yep. Wow. Shove. That guy's dropping fucking nukes on people's heads. Just take tower down. And then go to Rift. Go to Rift right after. You could take chickens. You could like W them right now. Now kite to the left. That's perfect.
That's gone. Should be fine.
I would just start Rift.
I mean, it's quite problematic that he is never defending towers. And if he's defending a lane, it's right after the enemy has already taken the tower. Which makes no sense because the enemy is not going to push past the tower.
It's a very quick transition. That's what I would have done. Like you just transferred off. You're like, all right, next play. That was very good. That's how you should play the game. He took his ult away and then. All right, let's keep it moving. I would go top and just push. No one's up there. Take
I
Gromp
mean,
along the way.
Drake is about to spawn in 35 seconds. So we have to go to bot side. We shouldn't be staying on top lane for this long.
We don't base, but I think we would have missed dragon anyways. Yeah, just push. What dragon is this for them?
The second one.
That's fine. Just cruise.
Yeah.
He's on red.
I mean, we shouldn't give the enemy team 3 objectives when we are ahead.
I say we hard push this wave and then back since they're not taking dragon very seriously either. Cue the whole thing, quick, fast, very nice.
And Drake can also be a win condition for yourself.
Oh, he wants Baron. Assist ping it. I like that call. Assist ping it. Assist ping it a bunch. We can win. We can win. We can win if he wants a piece. Take all the vision off of Baron. Assist ping it a bunch.
This is a very random call. I mean, we have some vision on top side, but rushing Baron at 20 with entire team being bot side seems very, very bad. And with Drake being up anyway, you should just play for the Drake. And then if you win the fight, then you can go Baron after.
That's how levels work. Push mid. Don't chase. Don't chase. Just push mid. You have Rift. You don't care that much. Yeah, Rift it. Rift it and cue the wave. And then we'll flank if we want. Keep looking though. It's a juggling act here. Yeah, we just push.
So like now, for example, now you could potentially Baron, but he doesn't have smite.
I would have defaulted to dragon here.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I do this for a living. Cue this whole thing. This could end the game. Or at the
Nah, we should not try to end. They can go for the next tower with Shelly.
This is hilarious.
Yeah.
Look at this value. Yeah, look at this value.
Did I actually just end the game? Damn. I mean, I guess Rengar just didn't give a fuck.
Three move checkmate.
Okay, so this is the live game. Live games are pretty chaotic, not gonna lie, both for student and for coach. I think a lot of the stuff that he said was good, but there was also a lot of stuff that he simply wasn't mentioning, especially when it came to like defending towers. Like it never happened.
Just to show you, so maybe you can come up with.
So they're both good and bad things from him live reviewing.
So it's because you're not juggling the two options. You're picking one and not imagining that there could be. This is the reoccurring theme with you is camera, right? Camera.
Yeah.
So let's go over that in post because that's more in line with a good review moment right there. Let's go to here. Now, we're on us. We're chilling. Now, Rengar's top. We could duel Rengar. We're really strong. We've power farmed huge. Right? This is pretty much standard Graves bullshit. He just gets super big. And they go to Dragon. Well, this whole time, when they're doing Dragon, I just check mid and think, well, I'm stronger than that guy.
Yeah.
That's what you were doing when you were looking around. Is you're saying, okay, am I stronger than him? Yes. I'm stronger than him? Yes. This Dragon fight's happening. Do we win Dragon? Yes. But I don't want to just win Dragon. I want to win the game. So if that means I kill them and take Dragon, or I take a tower, then collapse on them and kill them and take Baron, this is why I tell people Dragon doesn't matter that much to me, because the other stuff that we did gives us the flexibility to choose. Like, well, if we're big enough, we don't even have to really worry about it. It kind of just, like I tell people, it falls in our lap. This is a perfect example of playing like it's going to fall in our lap.
I mean, you can ignore the dragon if you're getting something that's even better. So if you're getting a lot of gold, you can trade gold for Drake, you can trade Rift for Drake, you can trade Baron for Drake, especially when it's only their second Drake. But we shouldn't be giving them the Drake when we can contest it and get the Drake ourselves. And the enemy team is already on Dragon, so we're going to be fighting them anyway. It's not like they will just give it because they're already there. And even if they just give it for free, that's perfectly fine with us, because we still have Rift Herald. And we can then just ignore bot side and set up vision around top side, go for a pick off or a fight on top, and then win the fight and take Baron. So ignoring Dragon, generally speaking, is not that good. Like, Dragon is a win condition if you just stack them. And yes, you can ignore them, but then you have to trade something for them. And if you are winning, then you should be trading something that's more valuable than Dragon. And if you're losing, then you're just willing to trade pretty much anything just to stay in the game, more or less.
We go mid. We push mid out. You were going to skip mid. Always just push. Your Graves. You could just queue the wave and auto a couple times.
I mean, mid prio is important, yeah.
Decision tree here. Hold on a second. Also, is there a way to zoom out more? Someone told me there was a way to zoom out more in the replay. Anybody know that answer? Because I would love to like unlock this zoom and just zoom out even further, but I'm not sure how to. Control Shift Z. There it is.
Oh wow, yeah.
Cool. I just learned something new. So here's how this works. So
this is a bit weird that the Colts doesn't know it, but it's no like red flag or anything. It's just funny that he doesn't know, because this is something, if you're like a professional coach and you've been doing it for a long time, this is something you should know, that you just can zoom out. But
This is great.
it's not really
Okay,
like,
so
it doesn't
here's the
change
idea.
that much.
When you are in a situation like this one, right? What you need to be thinking is this sets up a decision tree, okay? So if the wave is like this, whatever happens here, they can now commandeer the wave. So let's say we all go, let's say the tragedy strikes, okay? And we rotate down and we skip the wave, right? The wave stays here just as it is. And we go over here and we just get shit on, just for the purposes of discussion. I know it won't happen, but let's just say, okay?
Yeah.
They go and they go like this. They grab this wave and they go bam and take a tower, and bam and take an inhib.
This is true.
Okay? However, if you clear this, well now, whatever happens on this fight, they lose this wave. This costs them money. Okay? And this costs them XP. And
time for the wave to crash. Okay.
And this guy could just decide, I don't want to go to Dragon. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you're putting more decisions out there for the enemy team. You're expanding the decision tree. Now, this is the problem, is that everybody just runs on the Dragon, even when they have way more options. So when you do it this way, the wave is going to move forward. Okay, so let's move the wave forward. All right, now the wave has moved forward. Let me back up a bit. It kind of like lagged a bit, which I assume is because of maybe Swain just like blasted the wave with his abilities too. Is that what it is? Oh, okay, there's the pullback. And then he zaps it. Okay, so there's one minion moving forward. So Swain fights you because you contested the wave and he gets dumb, right? Level 13 versus level 12. So, okay, now I say, well, yeah, you could still collapse on this, but you have Rift. So if we drop Rift here, it's more the same. It's just more decisions for them to make.
Okay. So you put stress on them, so they don't know what to do.
I always frame it up like this. It allows your opponents to play perfectly if you just run at Dragon here.
Okay.
They can't make any mistakes. They can make a mistake in terms of a team fight, but they can't make a mistake in terms of macro. Right? So if you put a Rift here, how is the enemy team supposed to play in this situation? Do you know?
Supposed to defend mid.
The answer is pretty simple.
Counter Rift.
If we drop the Rift down, they need to get the fuck out of Dragon and defend base, because you're actually threatening a lot more than Dragon.
Yes.
If you Rift here.
Clearly, yeah.
I mean, yeah. We saw what happens if they fight for Dragon. So when the Rift gets placed, as soon as the Rift happened, and this is hard to do in the clutch, but as soon as this happened, Rengar needs to back up top.
I mean, Rengar should have been on top lane.
He needs to break the Rift.
The guy is just trolling on top lane. He's just tilted. This is Raids pushing on top.
So he doesn't do that. Now, just like that, because you pushed the wave here, instead of just tunneling on Dragon, you created more, like, you basically extended our lead, right? Because, yeah, we could have just came to Dragon, killed 3, and then rifted, but this is just way more confusing for them, because it's like, well, do I back? Do I fight? What's going on in mid? Why is Swain dying? You're just doing a lot of different things. You're probing different...
I think it's more confusing if you're a lower elo player, but it's more confusing for both teams because your teammates don't know what they're supposed to do in that situation. Then are they supposed to group mid and push, or are they supposed to go Drake? Same thing goes for the enemy team. Whereas in high elo, the play would simply be, okay, the base is more valuable than the Drake, so we have to give the Drake so we can defend base.
Elements of the game, different avenues. If we pushed the lane and then Swain sat back and clears the wave, I wouldn't have had you drop Rift.
Okay.
He fucked up. He only fucked up because we leveraged the fact that we had a level lead back here and pushed into him. We said, no, bitch, this is our wave. And he said, no, this is my wave. Well, he's obviously wrong because of level leads, right? So he just entered in mid. That's all he wound up doing.
I mean, level lead is not the main thing here. I think the main thing is the fact that he's up over 1,000 gold. But yeah, I mean, sure. It's part of the thing, but not the main thing.
So then we just push through, and that's pretty much GG.
Rengar's still not backing. He's done.
Well, Swain was done too. That's game. So what the takeaways here though for you are, this is only doable if when we go back in time, this is only doable if we go back to you. So if I go Control Shift Z, does it bring me right back? How does that work? Let me see. It doesn't bring me right back. Oh yes, it does. Cool. So if we go back to you, this only works.
I mean, we already explained it. I don't know why we're going for it again. But in terms of the coaching session, he did say some good things. Like, it's not all completely shit, but there are also some things that are not being focused on whatsoever. There are also things that are being just straight up ignored. There are more specific advices he can give. So when he says keep autoing, he should be more detailed and say auto this, auto that. So auto the wolves camp instead of just saying, come on man, just auto. And then there are wolf camp and Kayn that he can choose between autoing. That can be confusing for the student. As well as the smites, the fact that he didn't mention for 1.5 minutes that the student has 2 smite stacks, which actually ended up meaning that they lost the Rift Herald, because all of a sudden he said, yo, just smite the Rift Herald. And yes, he did have 2 smite stacks, but Kayn was right in the area, and he already did have smite upgraded because he's playing with First Strike, and he didn't have two smite stacks up for 1.5 minutes. He didn't mention too much about defending in terms of like defending towers, defending platings, defending on waves. He did it like once on top lane, but it should have been done once more in top lane, once more in bot lane, once more on mid lane, and it just simply wasn't mentioned. And when it comes to invading, like the amount of times that we invaded, it wasn't that many in terms of, oh, let's focus on invading. That's because you can't say, oh, today we're gonna focus on invading, so we're gonna look for opportunities. That's not really how it goes. How it goes is, because Graves is stronger than Kayn in the early levels, we should invade due to the matchup. And if we then have prio on lanes, that means that we should invade depending on when we have prio and when we don't have prio, right? And then we should do that always, no matter if we're focusing on invading or if we're not focusing on invading. It's something we should be doing. Now, if we're playing against a champion like Kha'Zix, for example, where Kha'Zix is actually stronger than the Graves, and enemy team had prio on their lanes, well, then we shouldn't focus on invading, because invading is not going to be all that good in like on paper, but there will of course be situations where you should be invading because the opportunity is there. So overall, I mean, the coaching itself wasn't bad. He did tease the guy some stuff, which is good, but there are still many things that he needs to improve on, like the student needs to improve on, and same things when it comes to the coaching. Like there are things that simply needs to be mentioned and that cannot be just straight up ignored. In terms of the attitude when he's coaching, he is a little bit more aggressive than most other coaches, but that's just the way he coaches. There's nothing wrong with that. So nothing crazy out of the ordinary. Now this is gold plat elo coaching, so maybe he's taking that into consideration. I don't know, but it was nothing insane, and there was definitely many things that should have been mentioned that didn't get mentioned. So not the best, not the worst.